Testing, testing. I think we are live. I think we have audio. Yeah, it should be working. So, today is July the 1st of the year 2021. To not only prove to myself, but to prove to all of you watching that we are indeed, once again, if I must reiterate and repeat myself, we are indeed on the same trajectory, the same timeline. The algorithm of reality has not been hacked, as far as we can tell, with our feeble little brains. The timeline is still in the past, we're in the present, and it's heading into the future. So, in regards to multiverse theory, for now, we are in, and we still are within the same universe that we were in yesterday. The universe that we're caught in right now is still the same universe you were caught in 24 hours ago, 24 days ago, 24 weeks ago, and 24 months ago. And for those of you old enough, yes, 24 years ago as well. So yeah, we're still here. We think we're alive, knowing we're not dead. But today was just dumb. Today was retarded. Today was mental retardation status. Today was stupid. There's no other way I could put it, really. Today was just fucking stupid. And no, today wasn't stupid because I wasted like 2 hours trying to make a video, but I can never get it down. So I eventually just erased like 30 minutes, 40 minutes, over an hour, like of just the ramblings and choppings and bits and pieces. And it was just like, I would go back and listen to it. And it was just like, this just sounds forced. This sounds like I'm trying to fit a quarter into something the size of a penny, and it wasn't, it just felt forced, and I'll go back and listen to it every time, and it just sounded like a first grader trying to read at a 12th grade level. It was just stupid. But I was trying to make an audio video with just like pictures and GIFs in the background, but not really showing my face, and just making like some stupid audio video talking about cynicism, the history, and when it comes to uh, like Hellenistic philosophies and just, like the ancient Greek, everybody's name ends in fucking, everybody's name ends with a fucking S. You got Cynosarges and Socrates and Hercules and Antitheses and Cerebruses and Heracles and Diogenes and all this shit. And I think that's why I couldn't read comfortably. And every time I would go back and listen to the video, it just sounded like forced bullshit. And I just had to end up deleting it every time. I was like, nope. I'd read it all over again. By the way, it was nothing special or anything like that. It was. I mean, it's off of some Wikipedia page in regards to like the history of cynicism and just the classical Greeks and the Romans and the Cynics and back in the day, just ancient Greek philosophy. I think I'm a little rusty when it comes to my. I'm a little rusty when it comes to my Greek philosophy and philosophers, and it's just. I think that's why I would always. I think that's why I would always fuck up when I was reading, is because there's so many goddamn names, and I would freeze and stutter and hesitate because I didn't want to mispronounce the name, because I knew if I mispronounce the fucking name, if I mispronounce Antisthenes, Theophanes, and fucking Sacra Aesthetic Diogenesis, like I was gonna have to start the video all over again because my brain's fucking retarded. And that's just why I can never get the video down. I was like, nope, sounds like shit. Sounds like I'm reading. I sound like a first grader trying to read at a fucking senior level. It sounds retarded. It sounds stupid. So you're forced to see my fucking ugly ass mug. No audio video with pretty pictures and pretty GIFs and pretty memes, while I'm here in the background trying to read for like 10 minutes and sounding all professional and oh so fucking pro motherfucking ho-fessional. So that didn't work out, but that's not why today sucked. That's not why today was stupid. It's already going to be 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock p.m. It feels like I just woke up an hour ago. And the entire day was just stupid and pointless and dumb. Man, you are one pathetic loser. No offense. None, dude. You spilled the salt. That's what's the matter. Spilling the salt is very bad luck. Halfway around the country, last thing we need is bad luck. But the irony, right? I'm trying to make a video about cynicism. The irony in all of this is that I'm trying to make a video about cynicism. I'm trying to make an audio 10-minute video, an audio video about cynicism. And every time I go and review it, it's not good enough because I'm too much of a fucking cynical asshole. So I just end up deleting it and starting all over. Reading all the fucking 20 paragraphs all over again. Sounds like shit. Delete it, start all over. So, if there's any full circle to this fucking asshole, is that the ultimate irony is that I'm trying to make an audio video, a pretty professional audio video in regards to the history and the Greek philosophy and ancient Greeks, and making a video about cynicism. And every time I go and review it, I'm too much of a cynical asshole and it's not good enough, so I have to delete it because of my cynicism. So, I guess there's that. And I guess there's that. I guess there's that. There's a rabbit wearing a hat. It's not a white rabbit, it's not a black rabbit. So does it really matter? If the rabbit isn't white, if the rabbit isn't black, then does it really matter if he gets shot in the back of the head? Now the rabbit's dead. No one gave a shit. No one gave a fuck. Wearing the rabbit's foot around my neck, just to show a sign of respect for all the dead rabbits that are dead in the world. For all the dead rabbits that are rotting away. For all the future rabbits that will be dead and decay, with worms in their brains. It's okay. No one's watching anyway. So, cynicism is an attitude characterized by a general distrust of others' motives. A cynic may have a general lack of faith or hope in people motivated by ambition, desire, greed, gratification, and materialism. That's your 21st century meaning of the word cynicism. But let's dive into the ancient Greek school of thought of ancient Greek philosophies when it comes to the Cynics and cynicism. I'll just read a little bit of this because I tried reading 20 paragraphs and then I always ended in trash. So I'm just going to read a little bit of this because I found it interesting, and I guess I wasted my Thursday. I wasted my Thursday of July the 1st, the year 2021, being a cynic, being a cynical asshole, drowning in fucking cynicism, that I just started reading up on the topic of cynicism. So, in regards to, ancient Greek and Greek philosophy and stuff. So, I'll just read a little bit of this and then fuck off. Because if I go on for too long, I'm gonna sound like a first grader trying to read at the fucking senior level. So, ahem, ahem, ahem. Cynicism is one of the most striking of all the Hellenistic philosophies. It claimed to offer people the possibility of happiness and freedom from suffering in an age of uncertainty. Although there was never an official Cynic doctrine, the fundamental principles of cynicism can be summarized as follows. The goal of life is eudaimonia, and mental clarity or lucidity, literally meaning freedom from smoke, which signified false belief, mindlessness, folly, and conceit. Eudaimonia is achieved by living in accord with nature as understood by human reason. Arrogance is caused by false judgments of value, which cause negative emotions, unnatural desires, and a vicious character. Eudaimonia, or human flourishing, depends on self-sufficiency, equanimity, love of humanity, parrhesia, and indifference to the vicissitudes of life that one progresses towards flourishing and clarifying through aesthetic practices. These practices help one become free from influences such as wealth, fame, and power that have no value in nature. Instead, they promoted living a life of panos. For the Cynics, this did not seem to mean actual physical work. Diogenes, for example, lived by begging, not by doing manual labor. Rather, it means deliberately choosing a hard life. For instance, wearing only a thin cloak and going barefoot in the winter. A cynic practices shamelessness or impudence and defaces the nomos of society, the laws, customs, and social conventions that people take for granted every day. Thus, a cynic has no property and rejects all conventional values of money, fame, power, and reputation. A life lived according to nature requires only the bare necessities required for existence, and one can become free by unshackling oneself from any needs which are the result of convention. The Cynics adopted Heracles as their hero, as epitomizing the ideal cynic. Heracles was he who brought Cerberus, the hound of Hades, from the underworld, a point of special appeal to the dogman Diogenes. According to Lucian, Cerberus and Cynic are surely related through the dog. The Cynic way of life required continuous training, not just in exercising judgments and mental impressions, but a physical training as well. Diogenes used to say that there were two kinds of exercise, that namely of the mind and that of the body, and that the latter of those created in the mind such quick and agile impressions at the time to its performance as very much facilitated the practice of virtue, but that one was imperfect without the other, since the health and vigor necessary for the practice of what is good depend equally on both body and mind. Okay. And I can go on and 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 on. But like I said, there's like 40 different names once you start going down the list, and it gets fucking confusing. It gets fucking confusing to try and fucking pronounce all these fucking names that end in a fucking S. I don't get it. Like, was it against the law to name your kid like Patrick or something? Like, was it against the law to name your kid Joe? Like, did they all have to end in a fucking S? Helenices and Dionysises and Socrates and Cerebrusides and Antisemechanecales and Wananahamili and Hibiles, and it's like, why? Get up! Fucking with me. Fucking with me. But anyway, by the way, is this offensive? Is this offensive? If I walk around like this in public, is it offensive? Am I offending anybody yet? Oh my god, that's so offensive. You're offending me. Stop being 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 so offensive because you're offending me. Man, the world just gets smaller and smaller, doesn't it? With instantaneous, you just hit send and someone on the other side of the world can read a message that you sent them. You don't have to use emails anymore. You don't have to fucking use stamps. You don't have to use snail mail. You don't have to know what their Gmail is. It's just instantaneous communication with people all over the world. And as a result, the earth just feels smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. And if everybody's talking about the top 2 or 3 trending stories that just came out, they're fucking hot tickets, they're straight, straight and fresh from the fucking butcher's meat market. That's all everybody talks about for like 24 to 48 hours, over and over and over and over. And then you go out into the real world, and that's all everybody's talking about. Just over and over and over and over and bend over and over and bend over and over and over again. Never mind.